Hello everybody and welcome back to M&J Games and welcome to another special episode of a Planet Coaster Park Tour. And this one is called Puerto Bahia. I believe I pronounced that right. Um, Hotel Marina Park, and this is the PS5 expansion version. And this is created by Insomniac YouTube. And so the link to his channel is in the description below if you don't know about his channel, and also the link to his kind of mini Let's Play series over him creating this park, which I highly recommend watching, especially kind of the first episode, seeing how Insomniac worked with the terrain, because that's one area that I struggle with, and my goodness, was this really cool to watch and see how it kind of all came together, just creating all these different lakes and stuff. And so now you're kind of just seeing an overview of this, and this is just another example as to why this game is just amazing, because it's just the creativity that so many creators have that decide, I'm not just building a theme park, I'm building, in this instance, a marina, a mini water park, a mini theme park. You've got a mini town up there on the hill, and then you've got this lake that also um, obviously takes you into, or these canals, and you've got these houses on the river and stuff. So this is even though I just said three different types of words to describe what that is. But yeah, the little river, and this is I guess it'd be a lake, because technically you can't really boat out on the river much, I would guess. But yeah, so this is just amazing. And the description for this says it was claimed the ultimate vacation on PS4. The PS5 version aims to prove that wrong. Enjoy the spectacular views from land, boat, the hotel, and the rides. There's now a little Halloween treat on this version. And then make sure to go check out his YouTube channel, like I said before. And so obviously it seems like there's been a Halloween section that's been added to the park. And let's go ahead and get started with this tour. So right off the bat, as you can see, we are right here at the entrance, and we are in flip cam mode. And so what my plan is for us to go in flip cam mode and kind of walk over to the marina area, and then we will exit out of flip cam mode and follow the ferry ride, which takes you there. And so right away, one thing that Insomniac does such a good job at is he just makes his park so immersive. And so right here, this is Baya, I think was how it's pronounced. Puerto Bahia. This is the national park, and so you've got some little food trucks that I believe he just took over from one of his previous builds. So those are really, really kind of cool and creative. And then we've got a couple little, or at least one little flat ride here. So that's a nice one for the kids, and not too long of a queue. And then obviously this goes down to the ferry ride, so we'll come back to there in a second. And I think, just because Insomniac does put a lot of rides in his park, I think he just tends to make his queues a little bit shorter, which saves on the percentage, so that could also be a reason why. And so this is the way we go to the Bosque Mystico. Oh, guys, I'm terrible with pronouncing stuff, so I apologize if I ever mispronounce something. Okay, so this is the Ferry Inn. And I like how there's a little parking spot back here too. Just kind of makes it seem realistic. Put a little bit of cars here. You can come out, and almost looks like a camping ground type space. So custom fencing. And I like how you've got custom fencing on one side, but then the other side's kind of open. I think that looks really good. And then we got this bridge here. I mean, just look at just the views of the nature and stuff is just outstanding. Really good placements with the trees and varying them up, which is nice. So if we come this way, and then good job too with the signs, having them everywhere. So we got the ferry ride, we can go to the marina, and I mean, just look at this bridge once again. Really well done. You can kind of see the coaster in the background there, and then the wow, I'm blanking on what I was trying to say. I was saying that that worker got in the way there. But why am I forgetting what the name is of that specific worker? And I feel really embarrassed I forgot that name. Yeah, once again, I mean, just kind of going over this little river here, you can kind of see where the track, where that boat's going to go. Really, really well done. So we got a little staff room here, which is nice, really nice touch. And then we've got a little walkway here. So I wonder, since it looks like it's intentionally been kind of sprayed or terrain painted out this way to kind of give you a little nature walk. So if we come here to the top of the hill, yeah, we got it's like a little campground area. That's nice. That's a really nice touch. And so if we get to the top of the hill here, we can get good views of the surrounding town with the coaster and the marina. And I mean, just look how beautiful and how well done this is. I mean, you've got the hillside up there. I mean, just the rolling hills looks really, really nice. Really, really well done. Okay, so that side's a toilet. Okay, so that's good. So it's utilized as a staff room and as a bathroom for the guest. So once again, we got another bridge, which is a nice touch. Then we got the ferry inn, another sign advertising for that. And so as you can see here, we are starting to walk around to where we're getting to the marina. And one thing too that I love is it really gives me the kind of feel of. I remember I'm American, so I have been to Europe a couple times, and just kind of seeing a lot of these old style churches, and so seeing that building up there is kind of what that reminds me of. I've been to London, and we were in Paris for 6 hours because my dad accidentally bought the wrong the wrong train ticket when we were trying to go to Belgium. So we stayed in Ghent, Belgium for like 3 days. And then I've been to Ireland and Scotland, which was fantastic. And I hope to go back. Jasmine, I hope to go to Europe at some point in the not so distant future within the next couple of years. So hopefully we get that chance to do that. But once again, I mean, now as we get closer, you can really kind of see the beauty of that town up there. And then just the whole kind of ferry marina area to the left. And it looks like it's got amusement rides as well. And so if we continue going, and another bridge, and then we got these little houses right here, little cottages, and I like too how there's little boats out in front, and so you'll see these boats put here a lot because it's kind of like their lake houses, and everybody's, if you live on the lake, you got to have a boat, right? So everybody can then just kind of, just take the boat out to wherever they need to go to. Agile, okay. Ooh, let's walk up this way. Does this go anywhere? Oh, it's like a little place. You just got a little place set. And once again, that's just such a cool, really well done kind of clock tower. I don't know if that's supposed to represent a church or what kind of building that would be, but that just looks awesome. And then that's a really cool look too of seeing the loop on that coaster. Really well done. And I like the touch of having these kind of hot air balloons kind of situated. And then you've also got the security cameras and stuff. So that's, you're adding in that touch of realism right there. And I think the spooky lamps look really good too at nighttime. Oh, okay, so that's the name of the coaster. I gotcha. Really, really well done here. Looks awesome up on that hill. And I love this chair swing. I just think it just looks so majestic as a flat ride. So really well done because it just gives a good look as you're walking up to the park or whatever area you're looking at. Because I mean, when you zoom in, I mean that just gives such a good look to that ride. And so these, I believe all of these are on the workshop too. So these are custom made by Insomniac. And so this is an example of the fact that we don't have TMTK, but yet utilizing the basic shape pieces to your advantage to create just this beautiful looking boat. And so you'll see, I don't know exactly how many different types he's made, but he's made a lot of different, like a variety of them. And so you'll see them surrounding the marina. So if we walk this way, and one thing that Insomniac really does a good job too is utilizes the flat rides in the game. like a ton of flat rides. And once again, like I said, the queues are short because let's be real, for flat rides, a lot of flat rides, these queues don't really fill up. So I think that's a pretty smart idea. And also when you have so many of them, like there's only so many guests that are allowed in the park at one time, right? And so right there you can see the look of the first drop off that coaster. So that's a really good kind of backdrop. And then those water slides over there. Yeah, so this is just awesome. Like the little gazebo with my favorite guys in Planko. Ba-na-na, ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-na-na-na-na. Man, that's one thing Planko really did, like the creators did a great job of, is just the music is just great. Love that intro song. So here we have the marina, and once again, I mean, just I don't know, Insomniac, how you come up with some of the ideas for creating this. I know you said you got inspiration from a place that you visited, which is awesome, and you just do such a good job of making these really unique settings. And so this is really cool. So this is gonna be the hotel and bar. I like that. And then you got a restaurant over here. Oh, we got stairs. Okay. Oh wow. So okay. So there's the ferry ride. So there's where you take the ferry ride back out of the park. And we got the Viper Arcade. Looks fantastic. Yeah, and I'm guessing too that this is all elevated path, which is why you have to have the curbing. And that is one thing that, I mean, there's a fair amount of things, but one of the things that just irks me so much, that if I could talk to the devs for Frontier, and if they were to say, Michael, you could have one thing different in the game, what would it be? I would say remove the curbs off of the elevated paths. I think that would be my number one little tweak. Drives me crazy. But yeah, this is just looks great. Because I mean, you can see even with using the ceiling pieces, you have to place them so highly elevated that it's just kind of like taking off their feet when they walk, right? But man, this is just a great view as you are exiting. You're seeing the coaster, and so this way, I mean, that's just phenomenal. You see the little houses up there on the hill. Really, really cool. Really well done. So let's go this way. Ferry ride. So exit only. And that's the exit to the ferry. Okay. Let's see what's up here. And then another thing too with building is I wish we could take roof pieces and angle them, right? So that doesn't have to be that kind of big drop, or not necessarily drop, where it's kind of stair stepped. But oh, this is cool. So you've kind of got the hotel rooms, and you've got an animatronic up there making it look like a guest kind of looking out over their balcony onto the marina. Really, really nice touch. And once again, you've got all these boats. So these are a little bit bigger, so they're going to be a little bit more expensive, a little more ritzy. And then I believe you're saying in your video, this is like the owner of the marina's house, which we'll look at in more detail later. But really, really cool and really well done. And then, we got a coaster in the distance, an RMC. Love it. Probably my favorite coaster type outside of B&M Hypers. So, really good view too here of kind of the marina and some of the boats. And then you got, I guess those would be hotel rooms up there as well. So that's a good touch. So before I get out of flip cam mode and we kind of look at this stuff elevated, I really want to go up and walk through this town up here in flip cam mode. So the question is going to be, how can I get there? That's going to be the question. So I'm trying to think, because I haven't walked around this park like this before. So I think this is really kind of cool to see it from this level. So we got the Splash Park. So this is going to be the water park, which obviously if you're watching this and you're saying, well, Michael, they don't have water rides in the game. This has all been created using art pieces and kind of manipulating some of the... That's awesome. I was not expecting that. Let's see, how often does that happen? Oh, did I miss it again? There you go. That's a brilliant idea. Like, I've seen people make water slides, but I haven't seen that. So basically, I don't know if you could tell, but there's an animatronic of basically somebody getting pushed backwards, essentially, like that. And so you just place the animatronic in there to where it's like every 5 seconds or so it happens, and it looks like people are actually going down the slide. And then you see here, this is just using the the half circles, the semicircles to create these little tubes. So that's really really well done. And then you do a great job with your pools. And I like using the how you use the haunted house pieces right there. And so this is a good job as kind of like a little swimming pool. And then love the slides, love the coloring of it. Really stands out and pops. And then I like how too they kind of go through the rocks. So these look like they would be kind of faux rocks that were kind of made to create this kind of space. And a good job with the foliage as well and mixing that up. And so once again, we got the national park there. It's a really good job. You know what? I might make the executive decision to just walk through the entire space in flip cam. Oh, okay. So those are not actual stairs. I forgot. Those were stairs that were faux stairs that look like they go somewhere, but they actually don't. All right. So once again, these kind of lounge beach chairs that he had in his Suma Beach Park. And this is what a view. Sit here, get a tan, have a drink or something, and look out over the water. This is beautiful. Oh, what's that right there? Oh, that's just the water tower. uh, it looked more unique. Oh, and you've even got a little beach down here. Okay. And I see that you didn't have the path go down to the beach, which that's another thing. Remove these stupid pieces. Like allow it. Like it's just I don't know. That part bugs me. But really well done with this little play area for the kids. You've got campgrounds. That's a really busy place to camp, but that is really cool. And then you've got the beach once again. And I like how you place, a little stick there. It kind of gives that realism that the beach is not perfectly clean. And then using the animatronics here to kind of make it seem like it's being used, which is nice. Oh, these are nice. Yeah. Except I wish you could change them from like pirates to looking like normal people. But that's a really cool idea. And oh, we got a sandcastle. Oh man, that's really cool. So over here, yeah, this would just kind of lead you up the river or lake, whichever one it's supposed to be. Yeah, so if you're up here, oh, you've even got cars up there with a parking spot. And once again, good views, really beautiful. You got the fire going. Really, really well done. So now the new park is open. So we will probably go to that last. And we are going to go to that other coaster that I missed, but I just want to go make sure and kind of see the town in Plipcam mode before we get out of Plipcam mode and get sent back to where we started. But once again, this really fits the style of a national forest area because you don't have tarmac or terrain. You just have the actual grass, and you can see how it's kind of worn because there's been cars driving on it and stuff, and it's a little bumpy. Looks really good. So I think this will take us up to the town. I hope. Oh, that's a cool look too of the coaster. Oh, perfect timing. And then if we come this way, we can get a look of the coaster here. Really cool. Maybe the only thing is I'd put like a fence here, just since technically the guest in theory could walk there. You could place some kind of little fence as like a protection for people to not try to be stupid and get close to the ride. But once again, we see now, I don't know if this is supposed to be like a home or what it's supposed to be, but we start having these houses as part of this town. And we got another one up here. Looks good. Is that a little porch? I think that's supposed to be a little porch. Oh, no, okay. Never mind. So I don't know if there was a plan to put something in there, but then we got like a barn. I love the look of this house or this building. Really, really well done. Really good job. And then we're up in the little town. This is awesome. This feels like so quaint and it's like really, really. I don't know. I can't even think of the proper word to say how awesome this feels. And I love the animatronics. Make it seem like there are people around the town. This is really cool. And you really used a lot of different building styles too, but it really fits. So this look right here. Once again, I feel like wherever you are in the park, you can always see the top of the lift hill for that coaster really well. Okay, this building looks cool, kind of using how you use the kind of reddish pink style. Oh, this is cool. Okay. So we got two different ways we can go. Looks like there's not really much that way. Then here's my favorite building in the park. Looks like we got a little mini park here. Like I said, I don't know if this is supposed to be a church or what it technically is, but whatever it is awesome. And yeah, so this is one of the coolest things I've seen in the game, in my opinion, that anybody's made. And so we got a little tunnel over here. So it says inspired by Norfolk Broads. But this is just such a, like, this takes time. This takes a lot of effort to make these buildings. And even if you replicate some of them, like, you still got to make that initial building. And to really make it feel like it's a small town square, like, it just kind of reminds me of, you know, in the live action Beauty and the Beast movie, that kind of little town square, that little town in the where Belle's from. Which I think that's a French town. I think that's where Beauty and the Beast is supposed to take place. But really, really cool. So if we hop out of flip cam mode, we are now, as you can see, we are now back at the entrance. So what I want to do, and just for the sake of time, what I want to do is, instead of actually riding the ferry, because those things go pretty slow, I want to kind of just travel the way that it would travel. And I think the question is, which way is that? I'm trying to think, watching the video, which way. Okay, it's gonna be this way because of where the guests are sitting. All right, and I remember, Insomniac, what you said about. I'm trying to remember exactly what you said about why you did a short queue, and I think it was something about how this ride was designed to where if there's not the exact amount of people in the queue or that right here that are trying to get on the boat, that it won't let them on or something. I can't remember. I need to go back and watch that. But there's a reason for him making this really short queue right here. Just trying to remember exactly what it was. Yeah, so we just travel along this little river. Really nice. Oh, I like that little. You got a little dock, shallow water. That's cool. So you've got those to kind of represent the height of the water. Really cool. You got somebody fishing. Okay. Another person fishing. Yeah, this is just fantastic. Little cottage looks really nice. Private mooring. Okay. I mean, how would that be though? Like, if you had like a little cottage and you just gotta sit out here all day, you could have some tea and just kind of watch the boats go by. I mean, that's just beautiful. And I know you said like you love being out on a boat, and so that's kind of how this inspired you. So once again, you got a lot of little boats here, which is nice. Nice touch. I know I said this already, but it was really cool to see how Insomniac created this kind of layout for the park. And so I highly recommend going and watching um, how he built it, and especially that first episode, just kind of seeing how he really utilized the terrain and stuff. And so I'll definitely be referencing that when, even if not doing something to this scale, obviously, but even just doing some little terrain work, just kind of seeing some of the tricks that he used because it was really, really well done. A lot of fishermen out. Yeah, and you're just carrying like the same style throughout, like a lot of the same things, which is really nice. You got a little little tire swing there. Really, really cool. And now we are getting close to the marina, as you can see right there. And this is the house or the house of the owner of the marina. Really cool, really nice, really big boat. So really well done too, kind of placing these kind of fountains, and you really did it up a lot with rocks and stuff. And oh, it's like they've got a private gardener, which is really cool. Really cool detail. I absolutely love this so far. And so, if we look at kind of the elevated view of what we've seen so far, so you can kind of see the layout of where the boat ride goes. Nothing too crazy. And if we go back over here, we have a lot more kind of houses. This looks like maybe okay, so that is a hotel. Even though people can't actually go to it, that would be a hotel, and you've got a restaurant and stuff. So that's a really, really cool. And you've got a lot of cottages right along here. And so that's a little swing. Oh, that's kind of cool, using that planter as kind of being one of those tire swings. Really cool touch. So now let's go ahead and look at the elevated view here. And so you did a great job of making this right here have a very unique kind of look and shape to it. But you also fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this is a shop and stuff. Ooh, that's cool. So you fit 6 flat rides in this small space. And a lot of it's because really short queues. But that's impressive, really impressive. So now let's go back up here and ride this coaster and go up the queue for it. I wonder, is there a reason why you changed to 2 meter width for the queue? I just wonder if there's like a particular reason, and not that that's wrong or bad or anything like that. It's just always I just kind of interested how um, why you switched it to a 2 meter. And I'm sure there's a reasoning behind it. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool, representing a coaster track. So nice station. Maybe the only thing I would add is maybe add like cross beams up here for kind of supports, and you can have a middle beam coming from the top of the ceiling. And they don't have to be the real thick beams necessarily. They could just be the wooden beams. But that's maybe one thing I would add, is have one coming down here, and you could have it kind of going across this way. So let's go ahead. This is called Agile, I think. Okay. We'll say that's how it's pronounced, but all green stats, which is great. Results, so 137 feet. I changed this to feet the other day. The G-force is a little bit high for vertical Gs, but everything looks great. Track length, so that's so I guess 3,000 feet. That's a pretty good length for a coaster, I believe. All right, so that was the coaster. I really like that. I think the layout is one of the best that I've seen from you in your two parks. I think it's really cool. It's the other ones in your other park, you kept them really compact, except for that inverted coaster. But this one, it still is compact in a way, but it really hugs this mountain a lot. And this first drop is really awesome because it's got like a twist to it. It kind of reminds me of an RMC coaster that I rode at Fiesta Texas this year called Iron Rattler, which is just having that little turn on the hill is something so unique that kind of creates a different element to it. And a lot of really cool elements in this coaster. I think it was right here. Yeah, whatever. This inversion was cool, and then you had there's a little pop of airtime at one moment. I think it was maybe right here. No, I'm trying to remember where it's at, but this inversion here was well done. And I think I said this last one because I know you talked about when creating coasters, you kind of like creating a lot of the other stuff a little bit more. And so I'd say if you just went through like one time and smoothed it, it would really make it really, really, really good. But yeah, I really like this coaster. Like I said, it's one of my favorites that I've seen of yours, and it's really quick, but it looks like it'd be a lot of fun. Maybe the only thing is with this loop, like there's different types of loops, and there's like a teardrop one that you could use that I think would maybe have been just a tad bit better in the for the sense of the height of this compared to the loop because it would have more of an oval shape and would go up a little bit higher. But either way, it looks really good. And I want to see. Okay, I just didn't know if that was. So I don't think I've really used a loop like this much. So I just didn't know if that was like a custom support that you made for it to look like that, or if that's how they actually look. So that's pretty cool. And you could once again see this countryside or um, little town. So that looks great. And we got the water park up here. Just so many little details, and I'm sure I'm missing some, and I'm not intentionally doing that, but so many little details, just fantastic. Oh, we got a little rooftop bar up here, I'm guessing. Oh, that's fantastic. And then you got the Puerto Bahia Hotel. Awesome. And then you got the rooms right there. These rooms are probably more expensive because they've got a non-shared balcony, or that could be like a corporate level where you have like parties and different stuff. It's really cool how you've got the different layers to it like that. I mean, that's just looks awesome. And then good job here too with the waterfall with these rocks coming into the pool like that. Looks really good. So now I think it's time to check out the PS5 expansion, I believe is what this was, and it's a Halloween theme park. Actually, before we do that, I always seem to forget this, and I want to make sure I don't forget it. Let's look at this whole area at night. So first of all, nice job lighting this up. We saw the spooky lights a lot as we were walking around. And you've got, I didn't even notice these hanging lights before. That's a really good job because it really fits with this national park kind of style. So really cool. Oh, I didn't even notice a little playground over here before. Oh, that's down here. So if you wanted to kind of maybe put your boat there or something, you can kind of go up to that playground set. Oh, look how the coaster's lit up. And so good job lighting this up here and using different color of lights too. Looks really nice. I notice a lot of green over here. So this is a good job. 'Cause I think when we did the last park, I really didn't, or when I looked at your last park, I really didn't do it justice at night. And so I want to make sure that we're seeing how well you lit this up. And so I believe those are just the area lights that you buried in the ground. So that's looks really good. Very, very green, but I think you did a good job with it though. And then good job too with the lighting up the coaster. And you didn't just light up the lift hill, you lit up some other areas of it, which is nice. And so, since this next area is supposed to be a haunted, a Halloween area. Oh, I didn't even notice this up here. Okay. Whoa. Oh, so that's where the stairs that. Oh, okay, that's where the stairs went to. That makes a lot of sense. Really good job. And then these stairs go to this slide that we're sliding down. Woo. That didn't really work out. So that's a really cool touch. And I was wondering where those stairs went, but that makes a lot of sense. And then over here, not lit up too much, but you got enough light in the parking areas and with the sign. So I think we should look at the Halloween area expansion first at night, and then we'll look at it in the daytime. So when I think of Halloween, I think stuff's got to be lit up well for it to kind of give it that kind of feel. So Bosque Mystico, I think. Ride the Clank. Okay, is that the coaster? Ride the Clank. Oh, that's a cool look. Especially seeing how that lift hill is and stuff for that coaster. It looks phenomenal. Let's see. Oh, you put some fencing up right here. Looks good. So we can see this is part of the coaster. Excuse me, guys. Oh, you got all this area to the left. This is cool. So I don't know exactly what this is supposed to be. Would this be places that people can rent out and stay at? Guessing they almost look like hobbit houses, which I'm sure that's probably what you're maybe going for a little bit. If not, I apologize. But this is cool. And each one looks just a little bit different, it looks like. Maybe it's the same style. But either way, it looks awesome. And you've got these seating areas. We got another play area right here. Really, really good touch. And so, did we miss anything coming down this way? Oh, you've got some more here. I don't know about you, but I prefer being one of the ones back here where there's a lot less guests walking by. And oh, this is a cool ride skin right here for this. Definitely gives it that creepy feel and vibe. So it looks like those are just a lot of the, whatever it's called. Looks really cool. So we got the ritual. Okay. Oh gosh, this looks creepy. That is cool. This is not weird at all. Or creepy. You got the hands. They're worshiping a monster. That's a good use of the Ghostbusters pack there. Oh, that's a good job. If you survive, you're a witch. Now, I know this isn't the coaster, so what is this? Oh, I think there's two coasters then. Or is this the RMC? Oh, okay, yeah, there's two coasters. This is a wooden coaster. This is like the wooden Zyphris. So let's see. Let's look at these stats real quick. I think this is supposed to be more like family oriented, at least if I'm remembering correctly, which is why, this is where it's at. You don't expect that to really be higher, but it's got a good size drop, good on the G forces. So let's go ahead and we're going to ride in seat view this time. Let me get the correct train. So I feel like we're going to want to kind of look around at stuff. Like seeing the ritual. Ooh. Oh, this is why the stats are a little bit lower. It's kind of more of a ride experience. This is cool. Man, that guest looks very not excited about going on this ride. It's like people are hanging. I love the little tiki torches being used there. Security camera. That was really good. The the theme of it was great, and then when it comes to the actual coaster, like that was really smooth. You did a really good job. I think the only area that needed a little bit more smoothing was this first part, and that's more just because you have this really big hill and you're going into quickly into a turn. So I think how you could alleviate this or help this a little bit more would be if you just banked it a little bit more, because that would kind of, not have as many G's with it. But really, really good job, and that looked a lot of fun. I would definitely go on this. So that's really cool. I think you did a great job with that. I think you did a great job with the theming and making it really seem kind of very creepy. And then two, kind of as you get right here, you've got this coaster. I mean, you don't really see the coaster coming down, but you get to kind of see the hill that you're about to go down, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and exit. And we'll look at this part, this area during the day at the end. But now this is one of the coolest things that I think I've seen you make, and it's like this two or three layered kind of building with rides, and so as you can kind of see the different levels. Which first of all, we've got a. Oh, that's perfect timing. Called it the spider, so that really looks majestic up there on that hill like that. But if you look here, we've got this level, you got some shops, and then we've got, this is the Clank. Oh, a little ride photo booth. Oh, that's cool right there. You'll be able to see the photos. And so if you go on the Clank, here's the queue and for the coaster. And we'll go on that in a second. But if you go to the second level, which we get there by going this way. A nice job too, once again, since these walls we can't actually, which I don't know why they slant like that sometimes. It drives me crazy when it does that. But since we can't actually turn them diagonally, I think this is a really good job of making it kind of dip down by the same amount each time, so that the concept is symmetrical. And so there's the exit from that ride, which is a cool little use of the exit right there. So we got a seating area. Let's see. And then this is called Sling Belt. And so if you come inside here, it's just this ride that goes around, but really good job of... Ooh, I didn't... That's cool. A really good job of creating a skin for it and really putting it inside this building. And as you can see up there, we've got some food shops. So if we go this way, you've got another flat ride, the balloon racers. We've got some shops right here and some views that you can look down and see. So many views of the coaster here. This is really cool. And so we haven't even been on this coaster yet, but to me, this is the best designed coaster I've seen, just because of the, like that I've seen you do, just because of the interaction that you have with so many different areas of the path. Like you can sit here and watch the coaster, and then, yep. Then so I don't know when the coaster's going to come through this spot. Oh, that's the lift hill. Okay. Just so many different areas for you to kind of view the coaster. It's really cool. So now let's go down and let's take a ride on this coaster. Nice little pond with the floral arrangements and stuff. So this is called Clank. So we're definitely going to ride front bumper view. So if you look at the stats, biggest drop 98 feet, G-forces look good. Maybe that one's a little bit high. Maybe both of those are just a little bit high, but overall it's good. So picks up some good speed for not having too large of a hill. And I like these lights too that you've placed around. They're consistent, and it really makes the coaster light up well, especially from a distance. All right, we're going to take another ride on it. We're going to ride at daytime. And the reason I want to do another ride on this coaster is it looks awesome. But sitting on front bumper view there, you could see the light the whole time. So I want to sit on look forward mode in the back car. Yeah, just an awesome coaster, and I think it's funny. As I was thinking to myself as I was riding this coaster, that I picked a pretty good order to ride those coasters in, because each one I liked better than the last one, and so especially this inversion that goes, where is it? The one here that goes through the station. I think that is really well done. Fantastic job. And it's really smooth as well. You know, this is really good. Really like the coaster. I love these coasters in real life. As I already said, RMCs are my second favorite manufacturer type of coaster. but really, or I guess RMC is not a type of coaster; it's a company, but the hybrid coasters. So really well done, and as you can see, this part is definitely, in my opinion, meant to be looked at night. Still looks good during the daytime, but looks spectacular at night. And as always, guys, just make sure to go rate and download this park because we've looked at everything now. And so I'm going to start wrapping up this video, but I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on which of the coasters did you like the most? What was your favorite area of the park? Did you like the marina spot? Did you like the little town? Did you like the kind of little water park area or the I forget the name of this, but this haunted park over here or this haunted area? And so, what was your favorite area? And remember, guys, a lot of this stuff's on the workshop under Insomniac YouTube if you want to download these boats and different stuff like that. And as always, make sure and hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe so that you can stay up to date on the content that we release. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.